Okay, everyone, please go on mute. I can hear some background noise. So let's begin the session. Okay, as you know, this is the first day of the training session for July 2023 batch. Okay, now what is the agenda for this training? How I'm going to help you in getting your jobs on Pega. Let's discuss about that for the first 5 minutes. Then we'll jump into the course content and we'll jump into the topics. Okay, so first let me talk about the agenda for this training. So, the agenda for this training is the course content. We are going to cover the concept of CSA and CSSA certification. So, is certification mandatory in Pega? Yes. In order to grab an opportunity to work on Pega, certification is mandatory. If you have any questions related to the certification, I'll answer it later. Please pause it for now. So CSA is a junior level certification. CSSA is a senior level certification. After this, we have LSA as well. But at least you should be CSA certified. So this training aims at both CSA and CSSA certification content. So what I make sure is everything which is required for a developer with 10 years of experience in Pega. Whatever he works in his day-to-day life, frequently used things, I'm covering as a part of the training. Okay, frequently used rules I'm covering, not something which somebody has customized, out of the box they are doing something, or rarely used concept of Pega. No, I'm not doing that. All frequently used rules, a 10-year experienced person, whatever he does in real time, I'm going to teach you. So let me show you the content. So this is the content which we are going to cover. I'm going to share you on WhatsApp. So we talk about Pega BPM, we talk about the architectures, inheritances, case types, workflows, okay, UI, then all about UI, then rule set versioning, data handling, debugging tools, data tables, and finally activities. Then coming to the WSA, more in depth of activities, reporting, data pages, data transforms, decisioning, declarative rules, validation rules, debugging again, integrations, okay, background processing, and finally deployment. So you can show this content to any Pega person who you know in your circle. Okay, you can get it validated. So everything that is required for a developer in his day-to-day life, we are covering everything as a part of the training. I'll share you this on WhatsApp after the session. Now, what is the duration of the training? The duration of the training is 3 months. When will you have sessions? Okay, what are the session timings? Your sessions will be conducted only on Friday, okay, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday morning 7 to 9, Saturday and Sunday morning 7 to 10 a.m. IST. So, are you going to sit idle the rest of the 4 days? No, not at all. What will we do then? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to teach you one project in the classwork. I'm going to give you the recording. I'm going to give you the screenshots. You practice it these 3 days. So, this is a spoon feeding time. I teach you what to do, how to do, and everything. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is a homework time. I give you a technical design document where everything is written what to do, how to do, and all. So, you are going to do it from the scratch on a different project. Okay, so this is the time where you apply your mind and your skills and you build something on your own. Okay, so throughout the week, you will be in touch with Pega, you will be on the Pega's Dev Studios. You're not going to sit idle any single day. So 3 days is classwork and 4 days is homework. Now, then, what am I going to provide you? I'm going to provide you recordings of the sessions. I'm going to provide you screenshots. Okay, and this is about the training thing. So every day after the session, I'm going to give you the recording so that you can go home, recap, and come back the next day. How many days you will have access to these recordings? 8 months read only access. I'm also going to give you the screenshots of the practicals. Why screenshots? You already have the recordings, right? The reason is recording is little lengthy. So while practicing, it will be difficult for you to move forward, backward, pause, and then do it. It's quite difficult for you to do. So we also give you the screenshots document which you can download and keep it on your machine, look at it and practice. So I'm going to provide everything that is required for you to, practice and make your things easy. Now, how about resumes? Yes, I'm going to give you the sample resumes. Okay. If you want me to give it right away, I can give it right away. Or if you want me to give it towards the end of the training, I can do it at that time. So sample resumes you are going to get. Am I going to give you the projects? Yes. The project descriptions I'm going to give you for the projects which are going to work in the training. They are actual real-time projects which I have worked in my real-time experience. So you can give a client name and you can utilize those project descriptions and you can explain to the interviewers. Okay. And how about interview assistance or job assistance? Point number one, I train you on all the interview questions being asked in the market. Okay, so whenever I teach you a concept, if there are interview questions on that particular area, I tell that this is the interview question in this area and please mark it as important. Next, I'm going to give you some interview proxy call recordings, like close to 20 recordings I'm going to give you. So 20 recordings is more than enough for you to prepare your interviews. Okay, so these two things we are going to do. Now, how about job assistance? I'm going to text you, all the job opportunities on Pega which are available in the market every day or every week. Whenever I come across an opportunity, I'm going to text you. And if there are opportunities in the companies of my students or my colleagues or my friends or my family, I'm going to give you the referrals. And sometimes, even if it is in my friends' startups, it may be even without an interview as well. Okay. So it depends, whatever opportunities I find, I keep texting you. Okay, so this is what I'm going to provide as a part of this training. Any questions on this one, guys? One more thing, if you have any queries, on the days where you don't have sessions, you're going to have a WhatsApp group created for the enrolled candidates. You can be a part of that group, keep asking your queries, drop screenshots, drop videos of the issues. Me or somebody from my team or somebody in the session is going to always answer you and help you in fixing it. Okay. Whereas if you have any queries, on these 3 days, you can do a screen share and you can show me the issue and I'm going to fix it. Any questions so far?
Yes, Nikhila, for in here, I have a
Mm.
question.
Yes, please.
Do we get any assistance on the certification for CSSA or CSA?
Of course, of course. See, you can either find a dump in the market or if you want me to arrange a proxy to do that, I can arrange it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
See, only thing is like, guys, don't think proxy as a bad thing. Okay. Of course, it is bad. I'm not saying that. But thing is like, the Pega market is in this way. Only if you're certified, they hire you on Pega. If without hiring and having a real time experience, how can I get certified? So this becomes like an infinite loop, right? So that is the reason I make sure that as a part of the training, you're skilled enough. You will be skilled enough to identify the right answer in the exam. But the exam cost is 15,000 plus GST something. So why do you want to lose the exam just in case if you don't answer a couple of questions properly, you may lose. So opt for a proxy, write the exam, clear the certification, but make sure that you're skilled enough to work on Pega to clear your interviews. Okay, so that's what I suggest everyone. Just because you're opting for proxy doesn't mean you're not skilled enough. You should be skilled enough. Then opt for a proxy. Make sure you clear your own interviews. See, the end goal towards the training is I make sure that none of my trainees need a proxy for interview and they never need a proxy for job support to working in real time. So how do I make sure that? I brush you on all the interview questions in the training. I give you a lot of interview proxy call recordings. So if you utilize these two properly, you will never need proxy for your interviews. How do I make sure you never need a job support? I'm going to do practicals on one project in the class, one project as a homework. Okay. So if you actually do practicals of these two projects, you will never need a job support. Now, what I do is every single day in the session, I pick names of the people in the session randomly and I ask them questions on the topics which are completed till day. So let's say, for example, you are on the 20th day of your training. So I can ask you questions on any topic from day 1 to day 19. Okay, so which makes sure that by the end of the training, my trainees don't need additional time to revise and then get into the Pega market, because every single day I ask you questions on the previously completed topics. On day 20, I don't ask you on day 19. I ask you day 1 to day 19 questions. So on the third month, I may ask you questions on some topics which are third on first month and second month as well. So this way, I make sure that you're continuously reading all the old concepts as well. And by the time you complete the training, you should be in a position to get into the market immediately. You should not take extra 2 to 3 months time to revise, to practice, and then get into the market. No, that is not my end goal. Okay. So I make sure this happens. This is what theory. How about practical? Every day, I'm going to handpick a couple of people, ask them to share their screen. I give them a concept and I ask them to implement and show it in the session itself. Okay, so this makes sure that you're practically strong enough by the end of the training and you don't need extra time again to practice, recap, and then get into your Pega market. Now, what is the expectation from you? Be attentive in the class. Okay, and please, when I ask you a screen share or when I ask you, question, unmute yourself, share your screen. If you do not attend a live session, or if you say, Nikhila, I have a microphone issue, or Nikhila, I have some laptop issue, I connected from mobile, I can't share my screen, then all these are the drawbacks. I can't evaluate you and I can't push you forward if you're not practicing well or if you're not learning well. Okay, so this is how I am going to guide you in this journey. And whenever I ask you a question in the training, okay, two things I look for. One, the confidence levels in the person's answer. Two, a good example from that answer. This is how you are going to be prepared towards your interviews. Because although you know the answer, if you lag confidence, it clearly shows that you are either a fake experienced candidate or you actually don't have good experience on Pega. Right? If you don't answer with confidence, it's a clear indication the profile is not going to be shortlisted. So from day one, we are going to prepare you with confidence. So whenever I ask you a question, you have to answer with confidence. You have to give me an example. I will not ask you give me an example. You have to give me the example. Okay. So this is how throughout these 3 months we make sure that you are completely getting ready to jump into the bigger market. So this is from my side. Now what I expect from the people's side. One. Point number one, never ever skip a live session. Because if you skip a live session and if you start relying on the recordings, you will not get my assistance. Right? If you have some pain, you have to visit to the doctor. Only then he can treat you. If you sit at home and if you cry, nobody can help. The same thing. If you attend a live training, I will pick your name, I'll ask you questions, I'll ask you a screen share. If there are any gaps, I'll fix you. I will say you're not confident enough. I say your example is not good. So I keep molding you. But if you do not attend a live and just rely on the recordings, then I'll not be of any help to you. Only my recordings may help you. That's it, right. This works only for very dedicated people. Those who take self-learning videos. They should be dedicated enough to work on their own and to push themselves forward. Next, fix any network issues, guys. See, now it's rainy season in India. Okay, so I don't want anyone to complain saying that Nikhila, I have a network issue here. Your audio is not visible. Audio is not. I can't hear you. Or I have some issues. I couldn't attend the session. I got dropped in between. Please do not complain all these things. It's you who paid for the training. So know the pain of your money and please make sure fix any network issues before the training start. Use a very good speed Wi-Fi and have a Wi-Fi backup router just in case if there is any network issue, you will have a backup. Please use a Wi-Fi backup router. Do not tell me that Nikhila, I got dropped from the session because of a network issue. Okay, never ever say me that. Fix everything before the next session, guys, so that throughout these 3 months you're going to make the best use of it. Okay, and I hear a lot of people saying that they have microphone issues. See, whenever I ask a question, they start pinging me in the WhatsApp or in the go to meeting saying that I have microphone issues. Sorry. That is again like keeping you out of this Pega market, because how if you answer, I get to know where you stand and I correct you. So please make sure you fix any microphone issues. If there anything, fix them. Don't tell me I joined from mobile so I can't share my screen. Again, do not join from mobile. Join from your laptop only and install GoToMeeting app when it asks you to install. Because if you don't install it, you can't do a screen share. So install it, kindly join from laptop and share me your screen when you're practicing. Don't tell me, I'm practicing in a different machine, not in this machine. No, please join from the same machine where you're practicing, because I have to do a screen share and evaluate your practicals. Okay. And make sure you have i5 processor and 8 GB RAM or whatever it is. Make sure your laptop is not slow, because when I try to evaluate your practical things in a screen share, okay, if your screen is stuck, if it is taking too much time, you're killing my time and others' time in the session. So next time I will not choose you to evaluate, because your laptop is too slow and it is taking time for me to evaluate. So make sure you do not have any of these latency issues in your laptop. And one more thing, feel free to ask everything. Here there is a combination of people. Some of you are IT, some of you are non-IT, some of you are IT but into admin or different roles, not into development. So don't feel shy. Okay, please feel free to ask anything and everything that you don't understand in the session. Okay. And last thing is, keep attending the training till the end of the training, because I see only 70% of the people stay till the last day of the third month training. 30 to 40% they will drop off in between, because once the complex topics start, they find it difficult to practice, they find it difficult to do things, or they say like they have some family dependencies, they have some work responsibilities, so they are not able to continue. And then they again approach me in the next batch saying that, Nikhila, I want a recap. So, no, guys, this is the time allocated to you. Make the best use of it. Okay. Prioritize this over anything for the next 3 months. So, these are the frequently things I hear from people. Okay. So, make sure no family dependencies, no job issues. Next 3 months, as much as whatever is in your hand, try to make sure you sort them everything before the training starts. So, 3 months is only for your personal time, for your career growth. Okay. Plan like that, because I keep seeing all these things. So I'm telling you ahead. Don't let all these things come in between and ruin your career. So this is from my side, guys, what I'm going to do to make you, sit in the Pega market. And if you, whenever you feel demotivated, look at my Google reviews photos. See how many people got placed after the training. You can even see many people have like more than 5 offer letters in hand. And there are people who have told me like they got 100%, 120% hike. Some of them even earn more than me. So, all that is going to motivate you, saying that they were just like you, okay? And you are going to see yourself someday the same way. Okay. So stay motivated throughout the 3 months, because in the initial days it's at peaks. And as we keep diving deep into the complex topics, then people start getting demotivated because they feel complex. They feel that, maybe I'm not suitable for this, maybe I can't understand. No, don't think that. Okay. Everybody's like that who got now 5 to 6 offer letters. So stay motivated and travel with me throughout the journey. I will assure you, you are in the best place in the Pega market. Okay. So any questions, guys, or anything you want to me to talk before we jump into the first topic?
Ah, yeah, Nikhila, I just wanted to ask a question
You please.
with regards to the certificate.
Yeah,
It is paid one, right? Like 15,000 plus GST.
right.
Is there any particular attempt we have, like, or
Three
is it
attempts
only
per
one
year.
attempt?
3 attempts per year.
Okay, okay. That's all,
Okay,
Nikhila, from my side.
right. And you
Thank you.
can just, I think there is a gap of, you should maintain some gap in case if you fail the first attempt. You should maintain some gap, like 1 month or something. I'm not pretty sure. You should maintain the gap and then book the second slot if you want to rewrite.
Sure. Got it, Nikhila.
Okay, and
Thank you.
between CSA and WSA, no need to maintain any gap. If today you write CSA, tomorrow you can write WSA, but not suggested. Maintain a gap of at least 1 month. Just telling you. And after writing the certification, how do you know that you're certified? If you go to Google and just say Pega certificate verification, you will get the Pega portal link. Okay, in that link, if you type your first name and your last name, what all certifications you have done, when you have done, it will display there. That is how recruiters will verify your certification. So if you're not certified and you say I'm CWSA certified, they will go and verify there. Okay, so everyone can verify your certification. So just make sure you don't lie to them.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you just tell me what is the difference in business architect and then this CSA one?
CSA, WSA is developer training.
Okay.
BA is a business analyst. So business analyst uses only 20% of your development training content. Very few rules they utilize. They are
Okay.
more into the stories and agile workbench, case types, all those things. Development is like end-to-end web application development we are going to teach you.
So that will also cover, right?
Yeah, of
This part.
course. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Nikhila, I have a question.
Yes.
Do we get an immediate job assistance like support from you if we want?
I mean, like immediate in the sense when? After the training or during the training?
Like during the training, like if we already have a job and we need any job support, will you be
Okay.
able to provide
So
that?
is it like job support or job assistance? Like you want me to show opportunities or you want me to arrange to help you in the work? Which one you're looking for?
Arranging help with work.
Yeah, I have some contacts. Okay, I'll list you all the contacts. Talk to them, whoever is
Uh-huh.
available. I don't know the charges, anything I don't know. I just know that
Okay.
they can provide support. So I'll give you the contacts.
Okay.
Check with them. Whoever is suitable for you, you can go ahead with them.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. Let's move ahead with the first topic for today. Okay. See, most of you have attended the demo session which was conducted on, 2 weeks back. I think we had a demo. Most of you have attended. Those who haven't attended, I think I have shared you the recording. Okay. So now, once again, we'll start with the first topic in the content, that is about PRPC and BPM. Okay. So same was discussed in the demo as well, but because this being a first session, I have to come from the first topic. So we'll start with this and then we'll move ahead. So this is what we are going to cover now. Okay. As this is the first session, I'll not ask you any questions. I will myself teach you. But from day two, you'll have questions on the completed topics. Okay. Now, what exactly is Pega? Okay. First of all, Pega is a platform or Pega is a tool. Okay. Pega is a tool. Now, what do you do with the tool or what do you do with this software or what do you do with this platform? We build web applications. We build mobile applications. Okay. So Pega is a platform or a tool where we build web apps and mobile apps. Okay, let me write it down here. You can say it's a platform or it's you know or it's a tool which is used to build web apps and mobile apps. Okay, so this is basically a platform or a tool which is used to build web apps and mobile apps. Okay, now do I need to learn Java to work on Pega? No, Pega is built using Java. Okay, but no Pega developer requires to learn Java. It is not mandatory. If you know Java, it's an additional benefit. If you are you are a developer in any technical thing, it's an added benefit because the same concepts, right? So it's an added benefit, but it is not required that before the Pega training I have to go and enroll for a Java training and then come back to Pega. No, guys, not required. Okay, so if you're a technical person, it helps, otherwise, not required. So Pega is a software or Pega is a tool which is used to build web applications and mobile applications. Pega is a tool which was built using Java. So Pega tool was built using Java and HTML. Okay. So if I work on Pega, will I write any Java code? No. Then how will it generate Java code? You use the existing Pega's functions and methods. Java code is automatically generated in the backend. So Pega will automatically generate Java code in the backend. A Pega developer will not write any Java code. It is auto generated in the backend. Now, Pega is a no coding tool or a low coding tool. This is the main goal or motto of Pega. They want to build a no coding or a low coding tool. Why? First thing is they wanted to automate. Okay, because Java, .NET, all these development tools which you see in the market, they are not automated. A developer has to sit and write lines and lines and lines of code. Then if any issue comes, you have to go through all that lines of code to debug and to fix it, which is a huge time taking process. So they wanted to have a tool which is very much automated, like everything is built in. Suppose I'm building a screen, I want a button. I should not write a code. Button should be readily available. Drag and drop, use it. I build a screen. I want to validate a phone number, that it should not have any alphabets or special characters. So they don't want the developer to build it. They want to have a built-in validation rule. Use it. That's it. So like that, Pega has everything built in. You just need to learn how to use Pega and build my project. That's it. That is what a Pega developer does. Learn how to use Pega to build your project. Don't learn, the Java and all those things. Not required. Okay. So what exactly is Pega? Pega is a platform. It's a tool where we build web apps and mobile apps. Of course, Pega is built on top of Java, but Pega developers no need to write any Java thing. It's a no coding tool or a low coding tool, highly automated tool in the market. Lot of automations. So if you take UI, user interface, everything is built in. A button, a checkbox, a drop down, everything is built in. You just drag and drop and build your screens. If you come to functionality, inbuilt functions, inbuilt methods are available. Just learn how to use them and write down your logic. Okay, so that is how we work in Pega. You just need to learn how Pega works, how to utilize this OOTB or built-in functions, how to utilize these methods. That's what we do. Okay. And some people ask me, is this a database and all? No, guys. Pega is not a database. Pega is not any language, not any operating system. It is just a tool, a platform where you build applications. Okay. And Pega is a leading BPM tool in the market. So Pega is a BPM tool. If somebody asks you, what is Pega? Pega is a BPM tool. We use it to build web applications and mobile applications. Pega was built using Java. That is the answer. Okay. So what is Pega? It's a BPM tool. What is BPM? We'll talk about it. Okay. So Pega is a BPM tool. It is used to build web applications and mobile applications. It is highly automated tool. Everything is built in. Okay. It was built using Java and HTML. And Pega says that applications which are built using Pega are 12 times faster than Java. Okay. Why it is faster? Because everything is built in, right? I don't need to write the code. So if you're a Java developer and I'm a Pega developer, somebody asks you to build a screen with one calendar control and one drop down and one button. Maybe you will take 10 to 15 minutes. I will do it in a second because everything is built in. I just drag and drop and I say I'm done. So that is the reason Pega applications are faster, because I don't sit to write the code. Everything is built in. That's the reason they're faster. Okay. And which organization owns this product? Pega Systems is the company who has launched this product. Okay. Pega Systems is the company who has launched this project. And Ellen Teffler is the CEO. Okay. Just give me a second. I'll pull you that demo template so that you can even see the.
So Nikhila, meanwhile you pull the template, I have a question here.
Mhm.
Um, are you going to cover mobile-based application
No,
development as well?
no, mobile development we are not going to cover here because it's not possible, right? Where do you get this mobile device install and all that? However, there is a video in the YouTube, from Pega Systems themselves, how to convert a web app into mobile app. It's hardly a 10 minutes process to convert it. So I can share you the link of that video. It's quite easy to convert a web app into mobile app.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Now, just a quick recap. What is Pega? It's a platform to build web applications. It's a BPM tool. What is BPM? I'll explain you. Now, just for your info, it is just built on Java. Okay, and we can build an end-to-end web application in Pega. Why I'm just stressing that end-to-end? Those who are technical will understand this. The reason is not all tools can build an end-to-end application. Means, let's say for example, in some tools you can only build the front end, only the user interface screens you can build, only screens you can build. In some tools you can only deal with data. In some tools for integration you have to rely on some other external tools. For reporting you have to rely on external tools. For version controlling you have to rely on external tools. Like this there are various things, okay, which are not available within the tool, and you have to use some external tools as a part of your development. But in Pega, just if you learn only Pega, you can build everything end to end. You can build, you can deploy, you can do version controlling, you can do reporting, do integration. I know non-technical people are not getting these words, but as you keep moving and we get into each topic, I explain you these words in detail. Okay, but just understand that in Pega we can do everything end to end. Okay, see, if you take Java for deployment, you will be using this Jira, Horizon, Bitbucket, and all these things, right? For version controlling, you'll be using something else. That's not the case in Pega. Everything is within the Pega tool itself. So end-to-end web app I can build using Pega. Okay. So once again, what is Pega? It is just a tool, a BPM tool, which is used to build web applications and mobile applications. Okay, and Java code is generated at the backend when you build the application, and we can build end-to-end project in Pega, and most importantly Pega is a BPM product. Okay, now we all call it as Pega, but in the earlier days it was called as PRPC. Earlier days, okay, we call it as PRPC, like Pega 5 version, Pega 6 version. Those days we used to call it as PRPC. What is PRPC? The full name is, sorry, Pega Rules Process Commander. PR, Pega Rules. PC, Process Commander. So Pega Rules means the rules engine, the built-in rules, all that built-in stuff. It was called as Pega Rules. Process Commander, it is the architecture of Pega, okay, which gives you that more scalability and everything. So that architecture, that layered architecture, I'll teach you in the next session. Okay, so PRPC is nothing but Pega Rules Process Commander. Pega Rules means the rules engine of Pega. Process Commander is the architecture where you are going to build your applications. So I'll be teaching you the architecture in the next session. Just good to know. Nobody is going to ask any questions on this. Nowadays, we are even not even calling it as PRPC. We are calling it as just Pega only. Just good to know about the definition. Now comes what exactly is BPM. You're telling that Pega is a BPM tool, right? Actually, guys, Pega is both BPM and CRM tool, but Pega is more being used in BPM, so I call it as a BPM tool. Okay. Now, what exactly is BPM? First of all, BPM stands for, the abbreviation of BPM is Business Process Management. What is that? Just it's a methodology. What do you mean by methodology? Set of guardrails, set of best practices. Now, why are we talking about it? In real time, okay, few tools and few technologies are labeled, okay, saying that this is BPM, this is CRM, this is ERP, just like that we label them. Why are you labeling them? Because based on their behavior. Okay, so if a tool has this quality, we call it as BPM. If a tool has this quality, we call it as CRM. Okay, so whenever we start a project, we will think, should we go with BPM tools or should we go with CRM tools or should we go with these tools? So we decide like that. So if I think, okay, I have to go with BPM tools, then let me see what BPM tools are available in the market. Okay, Pega is available, Appian is available, Lombardi is available. Now I'll see which one is best suitable for me, whose licensing cost is better, which works better. So then we jot down. Okay, so set of tools, come under BPM, set of tool come under CRM, like that. Every tool in the market is labeled with something, okay, that tells that it is following these best practices. So Pega is a BPM tool, which means that Pega follows the best practices of BPM. Now, what are the best practices of BPM? I'll tell you in the next slide. First of all, just understand that BPM stands for business process management. What is BPM? It's a methodology. It has some guardrails. It has some best practices. Who should follow? The tool should follow, not you and me. We are only developers of the tool, not we. The tool, Pega tool has to follow these best practices. Then that tool is called as a BPM tool. Okay. So what does BPM stands for? Business process management. It's a methodology. Okay, it's a set of guardrails. If there are tools which follow these guardrails, then you call them as BPM tools. Lot of BPM tools are available in the market. Pega is one among them and top among them. Okay, now what is business process management? Business, I have a business. Process, there are a lot of processes under that. Manage, I have to organize them. For that, I use a tool. Such tools are called as business process management tools. Let's say, for example, banking is my business. What are the processes I have? Loan is one process. When somebody comes and applies for a loan, I have to go and validate the content. I have to check the credit score. I have to do this, that, and finally approve or reject the loan and disperse the funds. That's one huge process. Credit card. If somebody comes and applies for a credit card, I do XYZ steps and then issue them a credit card. That's a process. New account opening in the bank. That's a process. So when I have a business, I will have some processes under them. In order to manage them properly, in order to organize them properly, I need some tool to handle all these things. So such tools are called as BPM tools. Okay, we use BPM tools and we manage the business processes. We don't use BPM tools for an application like school admission or for an application like leave management. No. What is there in that to use a BPM tool there? BPM tools are only used when there is a huge business. You have a lot of processes under them and you want to manage them efficiently. Then we use BPM tools. You don't use it for something like Mintra to book a dress or something like leave management and all that. No. Or something like Swiggy and all. No. Where only we use it in areas like healthcare, banking, finance, pay, all those things. They have huge businesses to deal with. In those areas only we use BPM tools. Once again, what is Pega? It's a tool or it's a software where we use to build web apps and mobile apps. It's a BPM product. We build end-to-end applications using Pega. It's a no coding tool. Now, what is BPM? It stands for Business Process Management. It's a methodology. Tools that are built as per BPM standards are called as BPM's tools. And as the name indicates, when you have a business and there are a lot of processes under them, in order to manage them efficiently, we use BPM tools. Examples of BPM tools. Other than Pega, you have Oracle BPM, Appian, IBM BPM, Lombardi, and a lot of BPM tools are available in the market. Out of all these, Pega is the top one. because of its huge automation. Any questions so far? We'll talk about what is BPM more in the next slides. So far, do you have any questions?
No, Nikhila.
Okay. Why only one? No. Deepika, any questions? Udaya, any questions? Deepika, are you in the session?
No, Nikhila.
Udaya, yes. Nandita,
Yeah,
any questions?
hello.
Yes, Suresh, you're audible.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I mean, when we say it is generating the code right in the background Java,
Mhm.
can we able to see that code
Of
also?
course. So at some areas you can see the code, at some places you can't see, but it is not
Okay.
editable. You can only look at the code.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
You can't edit it.
Right, right. Okay.
Yes.
Even for the HTML code also
Ah,
we can
yes,
able to do.
HTML also you can have a look at it. And there are specific rules where you can write your customized code if required. So something your client came with very customized requirement, it is not feasible with the existing Pega things. You want to customize it, you can customize. There are certain rules where you can actually write down the code and customize the things. But
Okay.
99.9% we don't do that. But if you end up in a scenario where you have to, you can do that.
Okay. And maybe this question is an advanced one, maybe, not sure. See, when we generate the code, right, we take the as a zip file, all these generated files, and can we run this generated zip file as a standalone in the Windows application again?
No, you can't. You can't.
Um,
You have to install
okay,
Pega tool, otherwise it will not going to work.
okay, okay. Pega tool is a mandatory one
Ah, of
to
course,
run
because
this.
your
Okay,
project is built on Pega, right? Without that, it can't run.
okay. No, why I'm asking is in some other tools, okay, I have developed my job and I have taken it as a zip file and I can able to run that
No,
zip
that's
file
not the
as a
case with
standalone
Pega.
in the console. Okay,
That's not.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Nandita, are you in the session? Is it clear? Any queries? Rajeshwar Reddy, any queries? Rajeshwar, any
Nikhila,
queries? Yes, please. Yes, Gautam, you are
Hi,
audible.
Nikhila. Hi.
Hello, Suhasni.
by the end of the
Uh,
session, I mean, like after all the trainings are done, will you be sharing any kind of a mock video interviews?
As I told you, were you not in the beginning, Mr. Gautam? Not in the beginning, right? You're not in
No,
the beginning of the session today?
Sorry.
Okay, so
no,
as I
no, no.
told you in the
Sorry.
beginning, you will receive 20 interview call recordings. Okay, so all those are good. They are real interview call recordings which I have done. So you can listen to them and they are going to help you.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Suhasni, you had something? Suhasni, you're on mute in case if you're speaking. Okay, let's move again. So please be attentive in the class, guys. When I ask any questions, just say no, yes, something, speak up, just like that, because I'm feeling bored. Nothing like that. Just want you to be more active. That's it. Now, as we learned, we said like Pega is a BPM tool because Pega follows the BPM's guardrails. So what are BPM guardrails or what are BPM best practices? Guys, see, except what is Pega, this slide, this slide, this slide is just for your info only. Nobody is going to ask you in real time. Nowhere you're going to use these things in real time. This is all theory, just for your info. Okay. Okay, Pega comes under BPM tool. That's it. These things will not. Nobody is going to ask you, or nobody know where you're going to use it. Just because you're learning Pega, just get to know the background of it. Okay. So, what are the BPM capabilities? Means what a BPM tool should have. So, according to BPM, okay, so they say that the tool should directly capture the requirements. So, whenever you build a project, you will have requirements, right? Yeah, I want this screen, I want these reports, I want these users. So, you'll have requirements, right? So, according to BPM, a business analyst, who is a business analyst? The person who talks to the client and gets the requirements, Who is a business analyst? A person who will talk to the client and get you the requirements and give it to the developers. So business analysts generally write down the requirements in a Word document. So what they are telling is, in the Pega tool itself, a BA, a business analyst, should write down the requirements. Yes, in Pega tool we have that feature. A BA can write down their requirements in the tool itself. Now, what will the tool do? Based on the requirement, they will automatically generate an application. So you jot down the requirement and some rules are automatically created by Pega. And no programming should be required. Yes, in Pega there is no coding. System should automatically generate Java and HTML. Yes, in Pega it is happening. So this is what a BPM tells you. No, this is how my tool should work. So all BPM tools work the same way. Should be able to capture the requirement, should be able to auto generate the code. Yes. Then work should be automated means lot of built-in things should be there. Lot of decisionings, lot of validation rules, lot of functions, lot of methods, everything should be built in. Yes, the same is the case with Pega. Should be scalable. What do you mean by scalable? Suppose I have built a project today for Asia. Tomorrow, the same product I want to launch in Europe and other things. Then I should not change most of the code. Same code with slight changes here and there, it should work in other countries as well. Like as per their government regulations, as per their taxation, as per their XYZ things, it should work. Major changes should not be required. And it should be able to handle the customer base, huge customer base, and all those things. So, yes, Pega tools are scalable. Then it should not be dependent on any technology or anything. It should work on any device. Like it should work on a phone, it should work on a desktop, it should work on a tab, everywhere it should be able to work. Yes. Then it should be able to integrate with any other external systems. Means suppose I have built a project, okay? Now I need to connect with Mastercard and Visa to get some details about the customer. It should be able to integrate. I shouldn't say that no, I can't integrate with a .NET application. I can't integrate with the this tool. No, it should not be like that. You should be able to integrate with any other application and exchange the information. So this slide is just for your info, guys, how a BPM tool should work. And Pega works according to this. So we call it as a BPM tool. Okay. History of Pega. I need to update the slide. I didn't save it. So it was launched in 1983. Although most of you know in the very recent past about Pega, it was launched in 1983. It's a long journey. Okay. And Ellen Teffler, who is the CEO of Pega, is a world's chess champion. That is the reason the logo of Pega is a chess horse. Pega's logo is a chess horse. Okay. And the main goal of Pega is eliminate coding. They do not want to see coding. So that is their goal. Okay, that's the reason no goal in Pega tool. And versions of Pega that we had in the past, we had Pega 5.x, 6.x, 7.x. Today we have 8.7 and 8.8 in the market. So a lot of versions of Pega are available in the market. Now, again, coming to the important things from your interview point of view. What type of applications do we build on Pega? We mostly build intranet applications on Pega. Intranet, not internet. Internet means something which you find on the, if you just connect to your Wi-Fi and say Facebook, it's an internet application. You just connect to your Wi-Fi and say Instagram, internet application. Citibank.com, HDFC.com, internet. Amazon.in, internet. So all these are internet, means anywhere you can connect. But Pega applications are intranet applications, means only when I'm in my office network, these applications will work. Okay. Suppose take a visa agent. Okay. Can he set it home and process your visa and passport? No, right? He has to go to office. Only there he can open the application and process your visa and passports. Right? Take a banking client, banking, manager. Can he sit at home and approve your loans and reject your loans and process your loans? No. He has to go to the office, connect to the bank network, then open the application and reject or approve your loan request. So those are intranet applications. They cannot be accessed on the internet. Is that a you know um, drawback of Pega? No, 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 no. Pega can build internet applications, but the place where Pega is used is mostly in the back end. Means, let's say, for example, hdfc.com website is there. What do you do there? You go, add a payee, make a fund transfer, check your transaction history, check your bank balance, request a checkbook. That's what you do. What is, see, these are BPM tools, right? You should manage a business process. What is big process over there? It is quite simple to build. I don't need Pega in that. Whereas take a project where you have to process the loan application of a client. There is a process involved, right? So whenever you get a line application, you check what is his eligibility, what is his package, you check his documents, you check his credit score, you check XYZ things. Then it goes to multiple departments for approval. Then you may give full amount or half amount or something. You may reject it. So a lot of things happen. There is a business process involved there. So there we use Pega. We don't use Pega in a front end application where you just make a add a pay and do a fund transfer, or you just make a UPI scan and pay it. No, we don't use it there. There should be a business process. Though there we use Pega, like processing a loan, processing an insurance, processing a payroll, okay, taking care of the court legal proceedings. No, there those areas we use Pega. We don't use Pega on simple applications like hdfc.com or Instagram or Facebook. No, I don't mean they are simple, but they don't have a business process to deal with in that. Of course, Facebook, Instagram, they will also have some back end things. There in the back end we can use Pega, not in the front end. So like that, we use Pega only in the areas where there's a huge business process to deal with. Okay. Let's say, for example, see, I worked for Amazon as well. So you all know Amazon.in where you can go buy a product. We didn't use Pega to build that Amazon.in, whereas we used Pega to process the, you know, within the company, you'll have employees of Amazon, right? They used to travel on L1 visa or H1 visa or whatever it is. So if they have to travel, we used to use a Pega tool, okay, where they have to book their travel requirement, and then Amazon used to book tickets for us and then issue us everything, and then we are you can even ask for a refund and all that things we used to process using a tool. So there we used Pega. Similarly, we used Pega to process the salaries, okay, salaries of the employees. So every month in the Pega tool, if you run some report, it will generate a report considering all the leaves, hikes, bonuses. If somebody is leaving the company, 3 months salary we pay and we push them out of the company, right? So all those things it will calculate and it will give an Excel sheet which is then given to the bank and they pay you. So in the like this we used to use Pega. Okay, in the back end where there's a huge business process involved, we use Pega. We do not use it in Amazon.in or Prime, taking your Prime membership or taking Kindle. Those areas we don't use. Use Pega in the areas where there's a huge business process involved. Like you lost your credit card, you complain to the bank, I lost my card. They take a huge process to resolve it and issue the card. So there. Or you complain a fraud thing that happened on your account, bank account. So they take a huge process to secure your account to get you back the money. They file FIR and do all those things. There we use Pega. Okay. So please understand that we use Pega only in the areas where there's a huge business process involved. That is the reason most of the Pega applications are intranet. Why? Because the customer support team of the company will be using that application, or the employees of that company will be using that application. So that is the reason most of the Pega applications are back end. They are not front end. I mean, like the customers don't use it. Employees of the company use it. So it is on the intranet. Why is it a drawback? No, Pega can be used to build front end applications. We have built as well. But only in the back end you will have a huge business process to resolve, to solve, right? Take a hospital. There'll be an application for hospital where you can, upload all your reports so that the doctor can see. I don't need that to be built on Pega, right? It is just a portal where you upload the reports and the doctor looks at it. That is not required. Whereas in the hospital, they'll maintain an application where they will capture all the details about the inpatient, outpatient, the surgery, the doctor, the medication, everything. That requires Pega. Okay. So where you manage a business process, we require Pega. Not in simple front end applications. It's not required. Why it is not required? Pega is a very, very, very expensive tool, guys. Very expensive. So when you're using such an expensive tool, make the best worth of it or make the best utilization of it. That is the reason we use it there. Okay. Any questions on this? Oh, you are not responding. Okay, I will pull the names. Avinash, any questions? Yes, Shilpi, any questions?
No, I'm good.
No. Avinash, you unmuted, but I can't hear you. Maybe there's a microphone issue, Avinash. Yes, Rajeshwar, you too. You unmuted, but I couldn't hear you. Archana, any questions?
Nikhila, just a small question.
Yes, Shashidhar.
So we use Pega primarily in insurance bank,
Yeah,
finance and media. That's it, or
maximum Pega, you see it in banking, healthcare, and insurance areas. More you will find. Maximum projects are into those areas.
so is it because of the
Huge business
cost and
process.
application?
No, no, huge business process which is involved in those areas as well. See, banking, you have
Okay,
a lot to do, right? Not only like credit
correct.
card, debit card, loans, and these things. They have a lot of business to deal with. So
Yes, yes.
similarly, healthcare, similarly insurance. So these are the major businesses, where you see Pega being used. We have also used Pega in legal side, in transportation side, but those areas it's comparatively less. In media also we have used, but it is comparatively less when you see, these domains, banking, healthcare, and all.
Okay. So on the separate of with the advent of ChatGPT and all the AI tools coming on, so what is the progress line the Pega is
No, yes.
taking?
See they can't generate the Pega code as of now, right? At least. Okay, so
Correct.
this is a tool itself. Okay, it itself has already generated the code. Now you have to learn how to use the tool to build it. So it's already
Yes.
generated the code here itself is generated. What they are going to come and generate for us. And so they can't. But
Got it.
however,
Got it.
Pega has already started, doing this some integration with the Chat GPT kind of thing because in the recent Pega world, they have given a demo on all these things. So they are also
Wow,
in that
wonderful.
path now. Down the lane, you can
Okay.
expect huge, integrations with Chat GPT and all.
Okay. That's
But
it from my side. Thank
can
you.
we use Pega this thing in tax IRS also?
You can use
Uh,
anywhere, Shilpi. The only thing is that does it have a huge business process to deal with? If you have a lot of business processes, and if you think, paying this much license for Pega and utilizing it in that area is worth enough, then you go for it. Because if you don't have a huge user base, there's no point in using Pega, right? If you don't have a huge data to deal with, there's no point in using Pega, just wasting money. So only,
because
if
I
you
have seen recently some of the job opportunities. The IRS government they have started it just now. They have launched the Pega, so I was asking how they're going to.
see they will use it in their background, whatever business they want to process, they will be using it. So they are using it there. As I told you, it depends on what business area they are using it. If they have a huge customer base and huge, business processes to deal with, they can use it. As I told you, Amazon was also using it, but Amazon doesn't mean Alexa or Kindle or Prime or Amazon.in, right? We were using it for payroll. We were using it for booking the time, tickets and all these things for the employees of Amazon who travel here and there. So for those things we were using. What Amazon and what Amazon we did is different. So like that, you can't judge based on the company. I don't know in the back end what they are using it for.
Mhm. Okay.
Yes, Sunita, Shiva, any questions? Sunita.
No, Nikhila, no question.
Shiva, are you in the session, Shiva?
Yeah, no, Nikila.
Okay. Guys, when you connect, please connect with your names. Okay. I see somebody without a name, waiting for name is coming. If this is the case, I can't even pull you or ask you anything. So please join with a name when you connect. And don't give any random names, your laptop names and all those things. Give your name so that I can, call you and I can ask you. Okay. Once again, a quick recap. What is Pega? It is a tool, it is a platform, it is a software which is built using Java. It is a BPM product. Where do you use Pega? You use Pega to solve major industry problems. Most of the applications are intranet applications. Why is it called as a BPM tool? Because it follows the best practice of BPM. BPM stands for Business Process Management. What are the other BPM tools in the market? Oracle BPM, Appian, IBM BPM, Lombardi, many things are there. Now, generally using Pega, we build web apps and mobile apps. Mostly Pega is used in insurance, healthcare, and banking sectors. Okay, finance, banking, and health insurance sectors, we mostly use Pega. Now, why Pega? Simple. Everybody is moving towards automation. So, same reason here. You want to build applications as early as possible and get into the market, right? I have an idea. I want to implement it and get into the market. If I take 1 year to get into the market, maybe my competitor did it in 3 months. He will be able to get more clients, right? So you want to have a tool which can automate and build the things quickly, and we have to get into the market. So world is moving toward automation. Pega is highly automated, so we use Pega. Okay, so Pega, using Pega will reduce the cost and save time and effort. Because if I take Java, maybe I need 10 resources to build a project and they need 1 year to build a project. If I take Pega, I can take half of the resources and I can build the project. So save time, money, and effort, you save it. And I don't need developers with good technical knowledge to work on Pega. Anybody? Just you can come sit, learn the Pega tool properly, you can build a application. You need not be a technical Java person or a .NET person and all those things. Just learn how Pega tool works and that's it, you are done. Pega also has a lot of built-in frameworks. Now, what is a framework? When I come to enterprise class structure topic, I'll teach you this. We'll keep it ahead back. Now, Pega has a lot of built-in rules because everything is built in. A developer need not sit and invest time in building the rules. So we get into the market as early as possible. Everything is built in. Pega says that they are 8 times faster than Java. Nowadays they're saying 12 times faster than Java-based applications. Competitors of Pega, these things. Okay, Appian, ServiceNow, and IBM, BPM. Companies using Pega, this is very few guys, very few I have listed here. Hell lot of companies are there in the market, including a lot of startups as well. Okay, I keep sending you messages on the opportunities. You can see some of the companies we don't even know because they are all startups. So a lot of opportunities are available in the market, starting from big FANG companies to small startups. Many people are using Pega, which means that lot of job opportunities in the market. See, if you learn a tool, if you don't find job opportunities, what is the use of it? Maybe that is a good tool, highly paid tool, but if there are hardly 10 to 20 positions in the country, what will you do? So it's good, you should also find multiple job opportunities. So even from that front end, from that point, Pega is good. You have a lot of opportunities in the market. Certifications, as I told you, developers should do CSA and CSSA and LSA, and rest all for the different roles, not for you. And regarding this, class videos will be uploaded in the Google Drive, guys, and given read-only access. Okay, material, software, sample resumes, interview call recordings I'm going to share with you, and you will also get complimentary previous batch recordings. Why previous batch recordings? I always ask my people to learn from the previous batch recordings and be ahead of the live training. Suppose today I'm teaching you session 1. By this time you should complete at least 3 to 5 recordings from previous batch. The benefit is you listen to the recording and in like you complete 2 to 3 days and then you're in live training. By the time you'll forget that topic. So again I'm going to revise you here. So it's a double revision. So once you learn from the recording, once in the live, double revision. Don't listen to that recording a night before the training. No use. Please listen to it a week before the training. So today I'm teaching on Pega and BPM. A week prior you should have listened to this, and now second time, so that it's a good revision for you. Not a night before. That doesn't matter much. Okay, and also learn from the recordings at your own pace. Some people can learn fast, some people are slow. So learn at your own pace and get into the market even before the training starts. Okay, so by the time we're in third month of the training, some of the people even start attending interviews and they keep asking me interview questions in my groups because they are quick learners. Okay, so or maybe they already have some Pega experience or something like that. So that is the reason I give you previous batch recordings so that you need not wait for the next session and sit idle just in case if you're done with all your classwork and homework. Learn at your own pace and keep moving forward. But do not skip a live session because this is the place where I get a chance to evaluate the trainees. And class timings, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, and about the homeworks. So this is about the first concept, okay, about Pega and about BPM. So we are done only till here. Any questions so far, guys?
No, Nikhila, as of now, we're good.
Okay, all good. So we'll do one thing. We'll take a break for 10 minutes, okay? And we will connect back and we will complete these things. Till here, I'm planning for today. Mostly the session will end up at 10 o'clock today. Only 2 hours for today because it's day one. Don't want to mug up so much of theory. So we'll complete topic 1 and topic 2 today. Okay. Take a break. It's 9:10, guys. We'll connect back again at 9:20. Okay. And we'll resume the session.
Nikhila,
Yes, please.
a doubt here about the certifications. CSA and CSSA, the 15,000 plus GST you have mentioned, it is for one
Yes,
certification
yes.
or
It's only for one. Per exam, it is that much. Or
okay,
with
yeah,
GST, I
thank
think
you.
it is 15K. I am not pretty sure of the latest prices because it keeps changing based on the dollar rate. So just cross check, but around 15K, it's for sure it is there.
Okay.
Okay. Please take a break for 10 minutes, guys. We'll be back again and we'll resume. Okay. Let's resume. Let's start with a quick recap of what we have discussed once again, and we'll then jump to the new topic. So, we spoke about Pega. So, we learned that Pega is a tool which is used to build web apps and mobile apps. Pega is a tool which was built on Java. So, in the backend, the Java code gets generated. Okay, and Pega is a BPM tool. Okay, and Pega Systems is the organization who owns this product, and Ellen Teffler is the CEO. And right now, the version of Pega running in the market is 8.x at like 8.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Different companies using different versions, but end of the day, everybody is on 8.x, some 8 dot versions. Now, what type of applications you build on Pega? Intranet mostly, because these apps are used by the employees of the company. Why like that? Because we use it to drive the background business of a organization. We don't use it to just build something like a front end, end user screens and all. Where there is more business to be driven, there we use it. And mostly you will see Pega being used in healthcare, banking, all those areas. Why Pega? The simple answer is world is moving towards automation. Pega has lot of automation, so we are using it. And then we spoke about BPM, which stands for Business Process Management, and it is just a set of guardrails that we used to follow, to build a tool. And as we work on Pega tool, Pega, no, you just a BPM developer. Then we spoke about the capabilities of BPM and the most important thing, what is the architecture like when you install it. So Pega works only on Windows, Linux, and Unix, and you can connect to any database, okay, to store the data. Okay, because Pega is a tool, front end tool, but how about the back end? Where will you store the data? You need a database to store the data, right? So database you can connect to anything. And Pega is built on top of Java, right? So without Java, Pega cannot work. So you have to install Java, and you're building web apps. So you need servers. You can use any server. And finally, the actual Pega software, the Pega tool you have to install. So in the software which I have given you guys, in a single click, database was installed, JDK was installed, app server was installed, Pega was installed. Okay, so whoever has already done the installation, all these things are installed on your machines. Okay, with that single click in that zip file, everything gets installed. Okay, now moving to the next topic. So next topic we wanted to discuss was about Pega Studios. Okay, So Pega Studios. Is my Pega login screen there? There is some POC going for a different corporate training, that is Go IBO. Okay, so I'm logging into that. Okay, so this is the Pega tool where you are going to work for the next 3 months. Okay, so what is a Pega Studio? Whenever you log in into Pega as a developer, okay, you get these options. Where is the fourth one? One more studio is missing. Just allow me a minute. Okay, so next topic we are talking about is what are the studios in Pega. Whenever you log in into Pega, okay, you get 4 different studios. Oh, where is this? 1 second. One more studio is missing. Maybe I need to log out and re-log in. Just give me a minute. Okay, see, you get 4 different studios: App Studio, Dev Studio, Prediction Studio, Admin Studio. First of all, what exactly is the studio? Nothing, just that web portal you see upon logging in. Okay, so whenever you log in into Gmail, what do you see? You see all your inbox, outbox, sent items, trash, etc. If you log in into Citibank, what do you see? Your pays list, your transaction list, and some more options, what you can deal with. So the portal that you see, so when you log in into Citibank or Gmail, you see user portal. Because you're a user, you are seeing the user. Suppose a developer of Citibank logs in, what will he see? He will see the code. If a manager of Citibank logs in, what will he see? He will see the reports, he will see some pie charts, bar charts, and all those things. See, depending upon the role in the project, what portal you see will differ. Suppose an admin of Citibank is login, what will he see? He will see this loads, load balancing things, servers, nodes, background jobs, requesters, all those things he will see. So depending on your role in a particular project, okay, the portal will change. Okay, if I am an end user of Citibank, and if you show me the code portal of Citibank, what will I do with the code? I have nothing to do with the code, right? So, depending upon the role in the project, the screens that you see upon logging in will change. Now, Pega has by default 4 portals, which are also called as studios. Very important question from interview point of view. How many studios are there in Pega? 4 studios. Studio means, just for your info, nothing but a web page, nothing but a portal that you see upon logging in. Okay, see, if you are an admin of a Facebook group, you will see something different. If you are a user of a Facebook group, you will see something different, right? So that is nothing but because of your role. Similarly, in Pega, we have 4 default studios. Developers will get Dev Studio. This is the place you will see all the code. All the code is here. Functions, methods, reports, everything is here. Dev Studio is for developers, where you see all the code, where you develop and do all those things. Now, let's say I'm a administrator. I have to look at the servers, I have to look at the background processing, I have to look at the requesters, nodes, and all those things. Then, Admin Studio is for me. Admin Studio is for administrators. Okay, administrators use Admin Studio. Then, what if I am a manager or a business analyst? I go for App Studio. App Studio is basically for non technical people. Managers, they don't do coding, they are non technical. Business analyst who gets requirements from the clients, they are non technical, right? So they use App Studio. What do they do here? They will build the flows, they will build the tables, they'll create new users. Few things they can do from here. App Studio. And last one, Prediction Studio is for data scientists, not for us. Those who deal with this artificial intelligence, data science, for them, data scientists. Now let's look at the document and go through this again. Where are my studios here? No, 1 second. Yes, this document. Okay, studios. So, how many studios? 4 studios. Please remember the names, very important. Dev Studio is for developers who write the coding. App Studio is for non technical people like a business analyst and a manager. They create workflows, database tables, operators, and all these things from here. Admin Studio is for administrators who deal with the servers, nodes, background jobs, and requesters, and all that. Studio is for data scientists. Take a minute, go through it in detail, then we'll resume. Please go through only this part.
Hey Nikhila.
Yes, please.
Yeah, is screen visible for everyone? For me, it's not.
Is it?
Shared screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Others?
can see your screen.
Okay, then maybe who is it? Vinod, is it you who is facing the issue?
Yeah.
Okay, please rejoin or just to give me a second, I'll stop and reshare. If it
Yeah.
is still not visible, you have to rejoin. Is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
No.
No, Vinod? Then you need
I
to
joined
rejoin.
multiple times. Yeah, I will do it.
Do one thing, install go to app when it is asking you, install it and try once.
Yeah, it's installed. Yeah, I will.
Just try once. Others, please go through this. Take a minute to go through. Extremely important.
Small question.
Yes, please.
So, do we work on Dev Studio or all of the below?
So we work mostly on dev and admin. App is a very minute part of what you do in Dev Studio. So app is for managers and technical, right? So what they do here, you do everything of this in Dev Studio and on extra you do. Okay. So if they do 20%, you do 100% here. So a developer of Pega generally works mostly on dev and admin studios. App we don't touch. Okay, because whatever is can be done here, you can do from here also. So what is the necessity for me to go to app and do only a part of it there? So app is like
Got it.
superset. Sorry, app dev is like superset. App is like a subset. So we work in dev more.
So mostly our roles would be Dev Studio and admin.
Admin studio.
Oh, got it.
Because we
Thank you.
also know few things like dealing with background jobs and few things. Even a developer knows what to do, how to do, and all. So we sit in admin studios also when required.
Got it. Good.
Hi, Nikhila, I have a question.
Yes, please.
As a developer, we will be also creating workflows, right?
Of course,
So,
yes.
what kind of workflows BA will be creating in App Studio?
Same workflow, Suhasni. Like, the main goal of Pega is even a non-technical people should be able to work. That is their main goal. So what they think is like once the BA gets the requirement, generally BAs will draw workflows in Word documents, right? So that they can explain the development team in detail. So what Pega wants them to do is don't draw all these diagrams in Word documents. You can do it in the Pega tool itself. Okay, so those things they can do in the Pega tool, and on top of that, the development team can edit the workflows, add rules on it, and we can do all those things. So that's what the BA does. They can create case type rules. If I say case type, you will not understand. So I wrote it as workflows. Okay, so the diagrammatic, representation of how your project works, that will be designed by the BAs in the App Studio. Like, I can show you in the current project. So current project, it's just a booking system I'm teaching them, an online booking system. Let me show you from the App Studio. So BAs can design something like this, which is going to load now. like this. So they can tell you, like, how the data is going to flow, what are the milestones in your project. Like, first you collect the information, like you have to select the booking type, flight, bus, hotel, or train. Then you display the available vehicles, then you collect the passenger data, then payment, then they email the booking data. And so they can also, at the bottom you will see there is also an option to cancel, refund, and return. At the bottom it is not scrolling down. At the bottom you'll have all that. So BA will design this diagram. On this diagram, the dev team will start building the UI, the validations, the functions, methods, integrations, and all those things. But so far in my real time, I never saw a BA doing all these things. Even these things are being done by the dev team only. But Pega has given a privilege that even a non-technical person like a BA or a manager can build this diagram, and they can explain how the data has to flow, how your work object has to be processed, and all that.
Uh,
Is it clear now?
Nikhila, one small
Thank you.
question.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Can we restrict these Dev Studio, App Studio, and admin to specific users, right?
Yes, 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 we will restrict it.
Okay. And for example, I mean, Dev Studio is on the physical server, and admin studio will be on the
Eh,
cloud.
Okay, one
What
second,
do we?
guys, please. See, there is a combination of people in the session, okay? So please don't go into too much advanced things right away. As we keep moving, I'll teach you. And one more thing, all the code will be on the same server. Half in one server, half in other server is not possible. When you deploy the code, we
Okay.
deploy the whole code, but there are ways to restrict it according to the user. Like certain set of
Mm.
users are managers, we give them a different portal. Certain set is dev team, we give them a different. Certain set is testing team, we give them a different. So that way we do, which you
Okay.
are going to learn once we start the practicals.
Okay. Okay. And we are on cloud, right? I mean, this one.
No, I give the
Pega is
software. Yeah, Pega Cloud is available, but right now for practice we
okay.
have installed it on the machines, and even in real time, some
Right. Right.
people are directly on the on the server machine. Some are using cloud. Choice is there. Whatever you prefer, your company prefers.
Okay. I mean, nowadays most of them are moving to cloud, right? So
They
just
are moving.
understanding.
Yeah.
Right.
But I work in a very
Okay.
big organization which is not using cloud. We are using the
Okay.
servers of, so it depends.
No, I mean in physical servers in the sense again it is a separate team and everything, right?
Yeah, of course you need to maintain that. Cloud is easy,
Okay.
but I don't know. People have their own reasons.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank
Please go through this, guys. Very important. We have 4 studios in Pega: Dev, App, Admin, and Prediction. Dev is specially for the dev team. App is for non-technical people like BAs and managers to create workflows, tables, and all those things. Admin is for the administrators to deal with the background things. And Prediction Studio is for the data scientists. Any questions on this?
Nikhila.
No, no. Okay. Once again, navigating you here. This is Dev Studio. Just showing you the navigation. As you keep working, you will master on all these things. Dev Studio, App Studio, Prediction Studio, and Admin Studio. End of the day, studio is something a fancy word used, but end of the day, it is just a portal, just a web page that a person will see upon logging in based on his role in the project. Okay, Jitin, is it clear? Anusha, is it clear? Okay, Anusha, are you unmuted? But somehow I can't hear you. There's a microphone issue. Please fix it. Because next time, even if you ask a question, you think Nicola is not answering. No, but I can't hear you. You're not audible. Okay. Jitin, are you in the session?
Hi, Nikhila.
Hey, Amar.
Hi. I have a question I mean, relevant to this topic, but
Mhm.
uh, well, considering Pega and Salesforce, both are considered as CRM, right? Like we can use Pega as CRM too, right?
Yes, 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 yes. Pega is both BPM and
So,
CRM. Mm.
so what's the difference, basic difference? Because I mean, like Salesforce is providing Lightning something advanced
You
features.
have UI
So
path and
how?
all those things in Pega. Pega
Okay.
also has all that. Yeah.
Okay. So Pega also competing with those things.
Yeah,
That's what I'm.
see, under CRM, Pega's good competitor, or Pega and Salesforce are good competitors. Under BPM, Pega and Appian are competitors, but Appian is way behind. Not like, in CRM, like Pega and Salesforce is a very good competition. But that's not the case in BPM. Pega is at the top and Appian is little way behind this.
Okay. Like just want to know like
Okay, one thing,
so we can
first of all,
survive. Yeah.
yeah, first thing is like I'm not a Salesforce developer, so too much idea I will not have about Salesforce. At a high level, I can tell you like what level of competition that is going on. Yeah, now go ahead,
Yeah. That.
please.
Yeah. I'm asking about competition only.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, like I just want to know how like what level we can survive in Pega after learning.
Okay, so you didn't listen to my demo recording and you
No, no. I've listened, but I just got it like for you said like almost 15 to 20 years there is no issue.
I can't.
But I'm asking about the Yeah.
See, I can only predict, right? See, based upon the pace at which Pega is growing today, Pega has its footprints in UI path. Pega is, it's now with ChatGPT they're trying something. Pega, we have been using artificial intelligence since years. Like I know Pega using artificial for last 5 years. So Pega has RPA. So it is growing in all the areas. So it's good tool.
Okay.
And also look at the user base as I told in the demo. Huge
Yes. Yes.
banking and healthcare and finance sectors are using. Why would they invest in a tool which will vanish in a decade or something? So when they are investing and when many startups are coming on Pega, it means there is a future. That's the reason they are all doing it. So there is a
Yeah.
future.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Yes, super. If you're a Pega developer, you will understand it is so difficult for us to, frequently keep on upgrading. Pega comes with latest features every now and they force us to upgrade. So upgrade is like waste of time for us because at least 3 to 6 months we have to invest. We have to stop all our requirements and do that. But they keep coming with new features. They keep automating a lot of things every now and then. So look at the pace at which they are growing. They are growing with the growing demands of the customers. So they have that zeal to demand, satisfy the customers. So with that you can say they will sustain for a decade for sure. Okay. So the pace at which they are growing is very good. Any other questions? Jitin, I didn't hear you, man. Are you in the session?
Yes, Nikhila, I'm here.
Okay. No, I was asking you, did you understand any queries? You didn't respond. I pinged you in the chat. So I thought like, okay,
All good.
all good.
I'm
Super.
following it.
Okay, okay, super then. So this is about studios, guys. Very important. Please remember these studios that we have in Pega. Moving ahead. So this is about the studios. Coming to roles in a Pega project. This is for non-technical people because they don't know, what type of people exist in the IT industry. So in any Pega project or in any project in IT industry, we will have for sure dev team, QA team. Dev team means developers who is going to do the coding and all. QA team means testers. See, you develop a product and you say, wow, it's super, it's extraordinary because you are the developer, you don't look at the flaws of it. You say, then, you should have somebody to validate it, somebody who can try to break the code and prove that they can break it, or they can say, no, it is perfectly good. It is like quality check, right? See, when they build any device, let's say they are building iPhone, what they do quality check, right? They try to throw it, they try to burn it, they dip it in the water. What is already just checking the quality of the device. Similarly, when you build any project in IT industry, we need somebody to do the quality check. Because you're a developer, you only check in a very nice way, enter the data, submit, wow, it is working. But what testers will do, they will try to break the code, enter some junk, try to hack it. They try to break the code and they see what all possibilities are there and they make sure that it's perfectly good. It's nothing is going to break. So we have a dev team and a QA team. Dev team will do the development part and just do a basic level of testing. Now QA team is going to do a rigorous testing to make sure that the code doesn't break anywhere. Apart from this, you will also have a lead, a manager, a business analyst, a product owner who owns the project. A product owner is nothing but a person who owns the project, who takes care of the upcoming, enhancements and all these things. They completely own that product. Okay. And we also have a scrum master, because in real time we follow some methodologies like agile methodology we follow. Okay, so I'll talk about agile and all these things towards the end of the training. So we will have a scrum master. So what is the role of a scrum master here? So whenever you get a requirement, he will check on daily basis how far you are able to progress it. If there are any blockers, he is going to follow up and help you in getting those blockers fixed. Like you have dependency with some other team, or you have dependency with some other things. They try to get that unblocked and they help you in progressing it. And they also take care of a planning, sprint planning, like how many requirements in one go you are going to take it, how many we will deploy, how many we will keep it for later backlogs. So they take care of all these things, they drive that things. So every Pega project will have a dev team, a QA team, a manager, a scrum master, a BA, and a product owner. So these are the different roles in a Pega project. Installation, I have already given you the software, I have given you the video, and most of you have already installed. If not done, please make sure by Wednesday you have done the installation, because from fourth session we'll start the practicals. Okay, next session will be on Friday anyways. Now studios, we just spoke about it. Now walkthrough of the dev portal. Yes, where is my dev portal here?
Nikhila, this is Nagraj here.
Yeah, Nagraj, please.
Nikhila, actually, I've installed this Pega, this thing in administrator because there is no space. Because 8.5 I installed, but when I'm doing it in my desktop 8.7, due to database, it is not getting installed.
Yes, please
Because
uninstall it. You can't have two versions of Pega in the same machine. Please uninstall that one and keep only 8.7.
okay, it is an administration administrator.
No, no. Why? 8.5 will also have all four studios. So you're saying you kept it under administrator account?
Yes, yes, yes.
But I'm not sure if database issue is coming. I doubt it. Could it be because of the other database existing in the machine? But do you need 8.5? If you don't
No, I
need,
don't require because I
then
no
why
no
don't you?
I want no I want 8.7 only. That's why I'm
Then
trying to
why
do
don't you
that. But
delete
due
it?
to
Because if you have any other version of Pega or any other database or any other version of Java installed on your machine, it will not work. If these are not the issues, the issue can be like, I have sent you a list of issues like system path variable issue or antivirus firewall issues. There are a few issues. Microsoft redistributable C++ is not there in your machine. So I have sent you a list. Please cross check those things as well. If any of these things are
okay.
there also, it will not install properly.
Okay, I'll uninstall and I'll try it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just try once. If
I
not, just
encounter
go
any
through
issues,
all this
I'll.
checklist and try to get it done.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Now, this is a walkthrough of the dev portal. Just introducing you what is present in the development portal. As you keep working throughout the next 3 months, you will master on this. But just one walkthrough at a high level. So this is called as Dev Studio, a portal where developers are going to work. Okay. Now you can switch between the studios from here. Okay, I'll start with left panel, guys. First, let's start with the left panel. Left panel has, what is this? Recent Explorer, Case Type Explorer, Data Type Explorer, App, Records, Favorites, all these are called as Explorers. Now, what is recent? Just like your history in the browser. Whatever rules you have opened in the recent past, you can see here, just like a browser history. What is favorites? Just like browser bookmarks. How do you bookmark a website? The same way you can bookmark a rule for frequent usage. Recents, favorites, just like your browser history and favorites. What is case type? It is the end-to-end life cycle of your work object. I will teach you case types and all down the line. So if you are new to a project and you want to understand at a high level what is happening in this project, if you look at this, you will understand. Okay, first they are collecting information, then they are displaying some vehicles, then they are taking the customer data, then payment, email. So at a high level, I will understand what is happening in my project looking at the case type. Okay, we'll talk about case types in the next sessions. This is only a walkthrough of the portal. Data types, the DB tables in my project. A table to store customer data, a table to store employees data, a table to store type of vehicles, a table to store the type of bookings, whatnot. End of the day, the tables in your project will lie here. App Explorer, the place where all your code is found. Your classes, your functions, your methods, your reports, your validations, your flows, everything is going to be here. The place where the entire code will lie here. Okay. Records Explorer, this is also almost similar to App Explorer. All the code will be here. What is the difference? We'll teach you as we keep moving forward. Okay. Next, just like your profile in Gmail or your profile in Instagram, my profile here. Okay, profile information, current user profile info. Agile workbench, current works, scenario testing. This is for testers. This is for BAs. They will write down the requirements here. Okay. So a person can write down a story or a defect here. They can even upload a recording or a screenshot. So for those who are technical, this is just like a replacement of your Jira tool. Okay. Now, issues, tracker, clipboard, live UI, all these are like debugging tools and performance tools in Pega, which I'll be teaching you. Okay. Then current application name. If somebody asks you in which application you are working, this is the name of the application. Okay. And these are a lot of tools and wizards are available which help you with the automation process during your development. And if you want to test, like you're a developer, you have done the coding. Now you want to test it like a manager, like a user. So you can launch extra portals from here. This is user portal. Similarly, you can launch other portals from here. For testing, we do this. For creating rules, for creating work objects, we use this. You want to search your rule. You search from here. You type it and you hit on the search button, you search it. Okay. Center of the screen, you see warnings. Pega has some best practices. If you do not follow those best practices, you will get some warnings. Now, all warnings are not extremely important. Some are severe, some are moderate, some are just for your info. So, if your project has warnings and there is a score that comes here. If the score is not above 90, you cannot deploy your code into production. They will not allow you. Pega systems will not allow you. Okay. So every time when you make development, please make sure you fix these warnings. If you click on the number, the details about the warnings will come. Like Pega will tell you, he should not use Java code. He should not write HTML code. Like that, Pega has a guard, some best practices. You should not keep more than 18 shapes in a flow. They have some best practices. If you go against them and you do something rubbish, they will start showing some warnings here. You have to open the tool, fix the warning. See, managers can also see who has introduced this warning, because of whom this warning has come. Okay, so you have to fix this before you say I'm done with my development. So these warnings are extremely important. You need to fix them. So this is a high level walkthrough of your Dev Studio portal. Okay, and you also have help here. If you want to learn any about any topic, you can just go here and you can learn, like in Pega support, what's new, Pega platform help. You can learn from here as well. You can type the name of the rule and you can even learn. Okay, and Pega, if you just type in Google Pega Academy or Pega, you will get the official website of Pega, where you can even keep asking questions whenever you're stuck anytime. If you ask questions, one or the other person will surely answer it. We have Pega forums there. You can even ask questions. You can raise a ticket to Pega systems. They will come and assist you if you're stuck anywhere. Not for day-to-day small issues. If there is something which is not working in the tool as expected, we raise tickets. Okay, so this is a walkthrough of the dev portal. Any questions on this? Okay, see, we only have 5 more minutes. I don't want to take up this because this is very vast topic. Okay, so we'll not take up this. We'll do a quick recap and we'll wrap today's session. Okay, first, Pega is a platform which is used to build web apps and mobile apps. It is a tool which was built on top of Java. What do you build here? You build end-to-end applications in Pega, like front end, back end, reporting, integrations, everything you build in Pega. Okay. PRPC was the earlier name. Okay, and the full form I have defined here. Pega comes under BPM and CRM tools as well. Now, what is BPM? Business Process Management. So, which means you have a business, you have lot of processes under them. You're trying to manage it, okay, using a tool. Pega comes under BPM tool. Why? Because Pega follows all these capabilities. So, Pega comes under BPM category. Now, history of Pega. It was founded in 1983 and Alan Tefler being the CEO of Pega Systems. And right now 8.7 and 8.8 versions are in the market. 8.5 to 8.8 people are using in the market. Now, what type of applications? Generally web apps and mobile apps we build on Pega. Pega is mostly used in healthcare, banking and finance. Why Pega? As I told you, it is highly automated. Everything is built in. So we are using Pega. Competitors, companies using and certifications. And then we spoke about the studios. Just a quick recap I'm giving, guys. We spoke about the studios, 4 studios: dev, app, admin, and prediction. Dev only for developers, app, managers, and BAs. Admin, administrators use it to deal with the background jobs, servers, requesters, and everything. Prediction used by data scientists. So that's it for today, guys. Any queries you have before we wrap today's session?
Nikhila, I have a question. How often the tool gets updated, like upgraded to a next version? Like every year? Is it like every year or how is it
I mean,
getting
like this
updated?
patch versions come very frequently. Less than a year they keep coming. Like, 8.7 to 8.8, I don't think they had an year difference also. They keep coming like every year with these patches. But patches, we don't upgrade so frequently. Like, if you're in 8.x, that's fine. But if you're in 7.x, no, they're not going to allow you. You should come to 8. Even patches, like if there is some issue, you complain them, and if they say like, hey, this is something which we fixed in 8.8, you guys are still working on 8.3, you have to upgrade. Then in such scenarios we have to upgrade. Or if you're okay to live with it, it's a minor issue in your project, you can live with it. So if you're in
Okay,
8.x, we are good. Don't be on 6, 7 and other versions. If you're in 8, it is good.
got it. Thank you.
Okay, super.
Nikhila, Shiva
Anybody?
here. One doubt.
Yes, please.
Nowadays, is LSA is part one, part two, or only one exam?
Part 1, part 2 is there, Shiva. Actually, I didn't inquire much about it these days. Let me cross check once. I know it is part
Okay,
1 and part 2.
okay, thanks.
However, I can cross check once what is the current trend going on. I'll just check and update you. Okay.
Sure, Nikhila.
Hi Nikhila.
Hello.
Next session is on Friday, right?
Okay, yes. So
Next
next
session.
session will be on Friday at 7 a.m. IST. So we'll start following the regular timings. Friday 7 a.m., Saturday, Sunday 7 a.m. The same thing. Okay, next session will be on
Yes, Nikhila.
Mhm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, what you have to do, Nikhila? Like
I'm going to
you
give
have
you
to
the
learn anything.
Yes. So those who have already enrolled for the training, I have given them the previous batch videos. So I request you people to go through the previous batch videos at your own pace, but at least be at least two
Okay.
sessions prior to my current session. Okay, at least 2 sessions prior to my current session. Try to go in that way.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll WhatsApp you what to learn, what to do, and all. I'll WhatsApp you. Make sure Pega is installed before the next session. That is mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, guys,
Uh,
we're at the
are
top
you
of the
are
hour.
you going to send the zip file for installing?
If you enroll, you should receive it. If you didn't
I,
receive it, please ping me on WhatsApp. I'll do it.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I will do it.
And we will create a WhatsApp group for everyone, guys. So you can keep getting updates and you can drop your queries in the group. Mostly tomorrow, I'll do it. Okay. Okay, guys, then it's already 10. Let's wrap up now. See you again in the next session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you, Nikhila.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Nikhila.
Thank you.
Nikhila.